Bank foreclosures are not the best deals in real estate, and you can avoid falling into this trap. Most people think foreclosures are the best deals in real estate, but here's the truth. Most buyers either overpay, inherit problems, or lose the deal completely. So the question is buying a foreclosure actually a smart opportunity in BC right now? Or are they one of the biggest traps buyers fall into? Because right now in Surrey, Langley, and across Metro Vancouver, we are starting to see more foreclosures, more inventory, and more opportunities. But if you don't understand how this process really works, you could walk into a deal that costs you tens of thousands of dollars. In this video, I'm going to break down what foreclosures actually mean in BC. It is not what you think. Why foreclosures happen and the steps. The exact buying process. The risks nobody talks about. And most importantly, how to actually find these great deals and win these deals. And if you stay till the end, I will show you ninja tricks to structure the offers so that you can beat out the competition the right way. By the way, if you're looking for foreclosure opportunities in Surrey, Langley, or Vancouver, reach out to me directly. These are not always easy to find online, and I can walk you through it properly. Foreclosures in BC is very different compared to the US. Here, most foreclosures go through the court system, which means the lender takes legal action, and that happens when the borrower stops making payments. There are generally two outcomes. The bank forces a sale of the property, or the bank takes full ownership through foreclosure. But in most cases in BC, the goal is to sell the property and recover the loan. This is important because the bank is not trying to give away a deal. They are trying to recover as much money as possible. So the question is, why foreclosures happen? It happens because of missed mortgage payments. But why? Sometimes it is loss of income, like a job loss. You were working somewhere and you lost your job and you cannot find it. Businesses shutting down because of how the economy is doing right now. It can also be related to health issues that you cannot work anymore and you cannot make any further payments. Second is like a divorce, going through separation and you have to sell the home. There's no other choice. Over leveraged investors, people who bought multiple properties and now cannot afford because the rents are low and the payments are high. Poor financial planning can be a big reason. Unexpected expenses, like a major repair coming in the house and you don't have the money to fix. Special levies in condo buildings or townhouse complexes. Or it could be a family emergency. Rising interest rate is a big reason. People bought when rates were at 1.5%, when the payments were low. And now the rates are sitting at 5% with high payments. So 1 to 2 missed payments is a warning stage. If you continuously start missing payments, a legal action begins and eventually the lender takes control over it. If you don't make any payment, the lender steps in to recover their money. Now let's talk about the steps leading to foreclosure. Step 1, a borrower defaults by missing mortgage payments. This is a warning stage and the lender sends out a demand letter and gives 10 to 30 days to resolve this matter by making up with missed payments. If borrower does not resolve the matter by catching up on mortgage payments or refinancing the house, the lender moves to step 2, which is the lender files a petition in BC Supreme Court to get foreclosure process started. Order nisi is issued and the court gives 3 to 6 months redemption period, which allows the borrower to catch up with the payments or refinance the house or even sell it. Step 3, if nothing is resolved in this redemption period, then either conduct of sale or order absolute is issued. Order absolute means the bank takes over the property, and which is very rare situation. Conduct of sale is where lender gets permission to list the property. Step 4, the house is listed on MLS at market value just like a normal listing. The realtor does full marketing, does open houses, and shows the house to potential buyers. Now let's talk about how to buy a foreclosure property. This is where most buyers make mistakes. If you are the first buyer submitting an offer, then the lender just acts like a normal seller and you can negotiate the price. The banks don't negotiate emotionally. They care about numbers and risk. You can definitely add subject conditions for financing, and you can also do your due diligence. You can also have inspection condition, but this is just for your own satisfaction. Any issues found in the inspection report will not be fixed by the lender. Foreclosure properties are sold as is, where is, meaning no repairs, no guarantees, no disclosures. Even if property shows very nice, but still there is no guarantee that it will be in the same condition when you get the keys. Once all conditions are satisfied, the offer is submitted to court for approval. Court approval can take 4 to 8 weeks. Once court date is appointed, the lender's realtor will disclose to other buyers the court date and the accepted price. Other buyers can come to the court and they can bid higher than your accepted price. So there's a big chance that you can miss out on the opportunity. Let's talk about the benefits and drawbacks of buying a foreclosure property. The huge benefit is there's the potential to buy below market value. These properties do not show at the best. It is not easy to view these properties. There are big risks involved. So a lot of buyers are not interested in buying foreclosure properties, and that's the reason why you can buy these properties below market value. The banks don't negotiate emotionally, so there is no emotional competition just like regular listings. They purely talk about numbers and their personal risk. So you can negotiate a great price with the bank. There are huge opportunities for investors only if the investor knows what is a foreclosure, how does foreclosures work, and the exact steps. Talking about the drawbacks, the property condition can be rough. As I mentioned, even when you view the property, it might show nice, but once you get the keys, God knows what's going to happen. There would be broken walls, the appliances are missing. So there's the big risks of buying one. That is why a lot of people do not step into foreclosure properties. There's a limited inspection flexibility. Even if you do the inspection, the banks are not fixing anything at all. It is all on your risk. Court delays can delay the buying process. As I already mentioned, the court date can be anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. It can be longer as well, right? So those delays are something which you should take into consideration. And yes, there can be competing offers at the court. Any buyer can show up at the court. They would be knowing what did you offer. They can always offer a higher price. And here's the biggest myth. Not all foreclosures are cheap. Some sell at market value, some even sell higher. Talking about how to finding and winning foreclosure deals. Now this is the part most people care about. How do you actually find these deals? First of all, as I mentioned, these properties are listed as a normal property in the MLS system. So MLS system is where you can find these properties, but you need to know how to identify them. You can also contact your realtor, or if you got a local realtor who you trust and believe in, you can contact that realtor to find these deals. Bank listings and legal listings is another way of identifying these properties. You can also look into the off-market opportunities, but finding them is only step one. Winning them is a completely different game. Now, let me share with you some ninja tricks which can help you in winning these foreclosure properties if you end up in the court. First of all, when you're in the court, your offer should be without any conditions. It should be a clean offer, no conditions at all. Secondly, your deposits should be strong. You have to take the deposit draft along with you in the court. Make sure your timeline of completion is super quick because that can be advantageous to the bank. If you do not know the process, you should be working with experienced real estate agents because they have done this process multiple times and you should be seeking their guidance and advice. Understanding the strategy in the court is extremely important. When you end up over there, if you see there's a lot of buyers, it means there is a competition for that property. You already know the price of that property. If there are less buyers, you can offer your price accordingly. If there are more buyers, you can change your offer price. take along with you different set of offer papers. If not, take the first page where the offer price is, a different pages so that you can replace that with the price which you want to submit. It's a sealed process. You put all the offer papers in a sealed envelope with the draft which you got in hand and submit it to the judge. That's the process to win in the court. Let me do a quick recap of the foreclosure properties. It is the lender who sells the property, not the homeowner. The property is being sold as is, where is. It means there is no guarantees, no warranties, no repairs, and no disclosures. The property is being sold purely on numbers and risk. There is no emotions attached. It is purely a financial decision. It is priced aggressively but with a limited disclosures. There is more risk to the buyer. And it is the court which approves the offer. So if you're looking for foreclosure properties or another great deals, you can anytime send me a message. My number is in the description below. Talk to you later.